Make America great again. Type 2. Woo! Woo, yeah. Let's go. 4 more. 4 more years for Trump.
Before we start, please present yourself.
Yes, so my name's Isabella.
And I'm Christiana, and we're the Patriot Sisters.
The Patriot Sisters, you are also twins.
No.
You are not twins?
No.
So someone told me that you are twins, so this is my mistake. I'm sorry.
It's okay, it's okay. A lot of people get us mistaken as twins, but we're actually almost 2 years apart.
Almost 2 years apart. I'm 21 and she just turned 20, so.
Yes.
So what is the Patriotic Sisters?
The Patriot Sisters is something that we started, and we started it here in the U.S. because we decided enough is enough when it comes to Generation Z, which is our age.
22 and under.
And there's a lack of patriotism that are those that are our age, and we want to teach them what it means to rise up.
Stand tall and fight back with truth, with Christian values. That's really, really important to us.
So what do you do?
First off, we have all social media accounts all over, especially Instagram's a huge area.
And what we do is when there's a breaking news story or just a hot topic, we make a video, we dive into the actual facts about it, present that in just an informed way for people to make an educated decision. While also we travel the country hosting flag drops, which are like little protests with Trump flags and American flags.
And we just did one here in Washington, D.C., America's capital. It was amazing. We went to the Lincoln Memorial. So many people showed up and support, and it was amazing.
So let's talk about one of the hottest topics in America today, which is COVID.
Yes.
And I would like to have your take on COVID.
Well, first and foremost, it is a real virus. It's a legitimate thing. However, the news here in America, us Americans like to call it fake news, and that's exactly what it is. It's all hype. It's being blown out of proportion, and there are ways to combat it.
At this point, the fear surrounding the virus is worse and more deadly than the virus itself. People are completely paralyzed because of it, and yes, people are unfortunately dying, but there are ways to combat the virus that people need to start speaking up about.
What about the mandate of masks?
People forget that in America we have freedoms, the First Amendment and everything.
And that's one of the things that our President Trump is doing is he's protecting that freedom of choice. That's one of the things that makes America so unique, so great, is that we get to choose how we want to protect ourselves.
So we can wear a mask, we can stay home, we can do whatever we want. And it's about time the American people start remembering that the government works for us, we don't work for the government. And that's what we're seeing happen across the country.
So do you wear masks?
Personally, no, I don't. I wore it like maybe a few weeks in the very beginning of 2020, but not anymore. I decided that my immune system there's a reason why I have it, and it's what's going to keep me protected.
And what about yourself?
We don't wear them as a family. Well, like she said in the beginning, my mom was super strict, made us wash our hands, change our clothes every time we left the house, and shower and clean off. But our family got it in the very beginning, and we were okay. Only one of us out of the 5 people who live at home got it. We did what President Trump said in his protocol. He said in the very beginning of Z-Pack and hydroxychloroquine, and we were immediately fine in 6 hours.
Exactly.
And so we have the right to wear a mask or not, unless I'm on an airplane. I have to do it on the airplane, but.
So did you try hydroxychloroquine?
Yeah, my father actually did. He took it, went to a doctor who would prescribe it, and he's perfectly fine.
Better in 6 hours. Yeah. Crazy.
What about social distancing?
Get away. No, I'm kidding.
If somebody...
Because we are too close now.
No, I don't mind. We don't mind. I mean, if you want a social distance, we'll respect you as any human should.
Yeah.
But when it comes to us personally, we don't mind it.
Yeah, I'll get close. We meet people from all over who recognize us, and I'll get close, take a photo with them. Jesus, I believe, will protect me, so I'm okay.
Yeah, us too. Me too.
What about the enormous number of dead people here in America? 230,000 people. It's a huge number.
It is a big number, and like we said, one is too many. But we were actually just talking about this last night and the real truth behind those numbers.
And what's happening in our health system is that if you die, unfortunately, from cancer, but you also have COVID, they're counting that as a COVID death. And that's why our numbers are so high, where in reality, there's around 15 to 20,000 people who have died strictly because of COVID.
Which that's out of 350 plus million people in America. And when you think about the numbers, that's not a lot. Yes, one life is too many, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not a lot.
And also my producer wrote me something that you need to explain to me because I didn't understand what she wrote me, I must admit. She wrote me something that you have some criticism about what the CDC is saying.
Yeah, so what we were just kind of talking about, the CDC, there's only 6% of people who test positive from COVID. The 6% of the 230,000 people have actually died because of COVID.
The rest, the other 94% had pre-existing health conditions, and the media doesn't want to talk about that because they want to, it's fear-mongering. They want to scare people into wearing masks and being afraid of communicating with people, and community and fellowship is so important. I mean, we need to be, we're social people. Everybody's social to a degree.
Yeah, we love the CDC, but you can't trust everything they say.
What do you think about Dr. Fauci?
We like to say as a family, we've been Fauci'd, we've been lied to. The virus was very hyped
So
up.
Fauci is like a lie. If someone,
Yes.
I mean, he brings some wisdom in some things, but in the very beginning, he said himself, masks don't work.
Exactly.
It's more of a security blanket.
And there was even a viral photo of him, I think, at a baseball game, and he was hanging out with some people, no mask.
No mask. Or after he finishes his press conferences, he rips off the mask. And I'm like,
It's very incongruent. You're leading the American people the wrong way.
And what about Dr. Birx?
she's been quiet,
Yeah.
the past couple months, but they're medical professionals and they do bring some wisdom, but just because you have a doctor or a degree in something doesn't mean you know everything.
Where do you take your information from?
Our own research, we love resorting to One American News is a great place.
Of course, we do watch Fox, but only Tucker Carlson is our go-to guy. But really, we just get out and we communicate with people in the area. What are they experiencing? What was it like having COVID in our household as compared to somebody else's? Everyone's going to have a different perspective and a different experience.
And it's important to know everybody's perspective and to formulate your own ideas based upon a general consensus.
What about Sean Hannity? You mentioned Carlson. You don't watch him?
No, we love Sean. We love Sean. Sean's right after Tucker. And of course, after Tucker ends, we go watch Sean.
Right into Sean.
All the polls that I read saying that Joe Biden will win on Tuesday. What do you think?
No, so one of the things that we do as the Patriot Sisters is travel all across America and asking the average American who they're going to vote for. And time again, it's Trump. People want Trump. When November 3rd comes, I promise you it's going to be a landslide. If they do not rig the election, it's going to be a landslide for Trump.
And in 2016, I believe they had Hillary Clinton winning at this point, so I never trust the polls. People call us, to get polls, and she messes with them. She says she loves Trump, but she's voting for Biden. So
Just to throw them
can't
off a
always-
little bit.
So you are the hidden supporter of President Trump that is talking about.
I guess so, yes. No, we're polling for President Trump. We're very excited for him to win again.
Yeah, the silent majority is a real thing, and that's what people like to refer to Trump supporters, I guess, as. And what we see is that people are afraid to be outspoken about supporting the president because cancel culture, getting fired
Antifa.
is a real thing in this country. But the support is there, they're just quiet about
Yeah.
it.
You told me on the phone on the way here that there is a BLM march like a block from us. What do you think about this movement?
I mean, when it comes to America, the beauty of it is that you have the freedom to protest and to assemble peacefully. Now, we don't always see that, and that's where we definitely disagree. But if they want to believe in a certain ideology, go ahead. I will disagree with you, but I can do so in a civil way.
Agreed, you said it very well.
Thank you.
You both were very fluent, and thank you very much for this interview.
Thank you so
And you need to share with me some videos because this is just the interview, and I would like to have some B-roll and so on.
We love it. We love Israel
Yes,
so
we
much. We love Israel. Israel is
We
an
stand by Israel.
Yeah. When President Trump moved the U.S. Embassy to Jerusalem, we were ecstatic. We were so happy, so grateful, because we love the Israeli people.
So many presidents in the past had said that they're going to do that, but the fact that he did it just made me love him even more for standing with Israel and America.
So what do you think he will do for Israel in his next term?
I don't know. I think Israel needs some peace. We're
Yes.
praying for peace over there and justice to stand up for you guys. You've
Yeah.
been through a lot.
Yeah.
He's talking now about the deal with Iran. Is that something that is good for us or bad for us?
I think Peace is good. Of course, everybody wants.
Iran would like to destroy us. They don't want peace with us. They want to kill us.
They don't. And I think if anybody should be in office and be able to handle that, it is the president. I'm not fully educated on everything, but I know that there needs to be reconciliation while also not giving up who you are and giving away, what is yours.
Don't compromise your values, but still hold your ground.
You are so lovely. Thank you. Thank you.